Dealing with poker bullies is, something every player faces
Absolutely.
sooner or later. They can really throw you off your game if you're not prepared.
Yeah, no kidding. So what's the best way to handle these aggressive players?
Well, first, it's important to understand their psychology. They thrive on intimidation, constantly betting and raising with reckless abandon.
Right. They try to push you around and force you to fold.
Exactly. And some of them are loud and obnoxious, making it even more frustrating. But their aggression is actually a weakness we can exploit.
Interesting. So how do we turn their aggression against them?
Well, instead of trying to out-bully them, which is a common mistake, we should stick to our own game plan.
So don't get sucked into their aggressive playstyle?
Exactly. Trying to match their aggression can be risky and costly. It's better to play strategically and let them make the mistakes.
That makes sense. But what if they keep betting and raising? How do you respond?
You can adopt a more defensive approach by checking and calling.
Yeah.
Let them control the betting while you capitalize on their overconfidence.
So it's like using their momentum against them?
Exactly. It's like judo. You use the opponent's force to your advantage. By staying calm, you can trap them when you have a strong hand.
But shouldn't we be cautious if they suddenly check?
Absolutely. When a bully checks, they might be setting up a check raise. It's important to read the situation carefully.
Got it. So patience is key here.
Yes, patience and observation. And there's also a psychological tactic you can use.
Oh?
By making them feel like the boss, you can disarm their aggression.
Really? How does that work?
Well, by complimenting their play and showing respect, you massage their ego.
Interesting.
It feeds their need for status, making them more predictable.
So you're basically letting them lower their guard?
Exactly. Then they might make even bigger mistakes.
Right.
It's all about leveraging their narcissistic tendencies.
That reminds me of a game I was in where a bully kept bragging about reading everyone's tells.
Oh yeah, those players are the best. They talk so much, they give away more than they realize.
So true. I ended up taking a big pot from him when he overplayed his hand.
Exactly. Their ego blinds them. There's actually a story about two players getting into a battle of egos.
Really? What happened?
Well, they both started arguing and trying to outdo each other. They ended up in a massive pot, and one of them lost everything.
Wow, so their egos cost them big time.
Exactly. Meanwhile, the rest of the table benefited from their recklessness.
Nice.
It's a perfect example of why you shouldn't let ego take over.
So the lesson is to keep emotions in check and not play their game.
Yes, play your own game, not theirs. Stay focused on making sound decisions. Don't get drawn into unnecessary confrontations.
But sometimes it's hard not to get tilted by their behavior. Any advice on that?
Definitely. Adopting a stoic mindset can help.
Right.
Remember, it's your reaction to their actions that affects you, not the actions themselves.
So stay emotionally detached and focus on the strategy?
Exactly. Keep calm and composed.
Got it.
That way, you maintain control over your game.
Are there different types of poker bullies we should watch out for?
Yes, there are two main types. First, the skilled bully who knows when to apply pressure. They're rare and more dangerous.
What's the best approach with them?
Honestly, it's often best to avoid confrontations with them.
Yeah.
Focus on playing against weaker opponents instead.
And the second type?
The hyper-aggressive fish.
Haha!
They're common, and their aggression is driven by ego, not skill.
So we can exploit them more easily?
Exactly. You can widen your calling range in late position and be prepared for more showdowns.
Interesting.
They rely on luck and make reckless plays.
Sounds like a good opportunity to gain some chips.
Definitely. Just stay disciplined and don't get overconfident yourself.
Right.
Stick to mathematically sound decisions.
This has been really enlightening. I feel more prepared to handle poker bullies now.
That's awesome. Remember, it's all about keeping your cool and letting them make the mistakes.
Absolutely.
They'll practically hand over their chips if you play it right.
Can't wait to try these strategies at my next game.
Good luck. And, don't forget to enjoy the process.
Will do.
After all, poker is supposed to be fun.